welcome everyone to the house that Rockney built, Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the 16th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse. To get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford's offense will take the first swing of the game, and the adrenaline is pumping on over. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Looking for a crease to the left. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Might as well stick with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. They're working that left side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. Really? From this senior leader. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games. Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish, and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So Notre Dame's will have some work to do after that short return. There are always butterflies to start a game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back and they get after quarterbacks.
If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And, guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game.
And that ball is picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be first down for this offense. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Notre Dame lines up quickly. The run from the shotgun. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They'll run it in the red zone. It's live. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. On the move, it's Young. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here come the Irish back on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. To the air, it's Leonard, feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 45, on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looking for a gap. It's Barrow. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, going up top. He's got it. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football, and we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
Good, solid tackle. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Wide out in motion. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A-game today. Reese, you're right.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to get to him. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Looking for a block, it's Young. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here come the Irish, back on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Love. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires it incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He's right on target. And they pick up just a few on that completion. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. The interception stopped a threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They're going to run it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Notre Dame right back to the line. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. They move the chains on the ground. Now another 1st down. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Now they're going to throw it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Leonard. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking it.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 7 over Toledo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And he intercepts it, taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Here come the Irish back on offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Makes his connection. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Catch in the middle. It's Evans. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Looking to throw it again. Into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense has tried to throw the football twice now in goal-to-go situations. They haven't come up with anything positive. You know the windows get a lot smaller down here. This is going to be a very tough play on 3rd down trying to generate a touchdown.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. 3rd and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Some heat on that completion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. They'll go to the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Leonard. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Quick handoff. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Handoff from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Snap it to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. To the air, it's Leonard. Grabs it in the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Working the middle, it's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. From the gun on third down. They're trying to get to it. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Got him down quickly after the pick, but man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. They'll mark it at the 27. The offense starts with a short field. The give out of the gun. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Dropping back, it's Leonard. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Between the uprights, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got rid of it just in time. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's got him this time. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Offense set on 1st down. Turns it on in midfield. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Caught in the backfield, it's Price. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Irish! And the route is on.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a man, it's Daniels. Setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Wants to throw on third down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They keep attacking through the air. Grab behind the line. It's Harris.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Io Manor. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 8th play of the drive coming up. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the inside give. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Lining up to add another. Splits those uprights right in half. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 24 to Clemson. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Leonard. Using the quick game. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Out of the gun to give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Gets it out quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Irish send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his big tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. 2nd and very short here for the offense. They want to just keep throwing it. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Jackson will throw. It's complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 30. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. A 70-yard touchdown drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
On the ground, it's Price. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Yellow Jackets will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. So Notre Dame's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a bunch formation for these receivers. Quick completion on the out route. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Throws to the tight end. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
First down here for the offense. Running back goes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And that's going to be the challenge for this offense tonight, is holding up against this pass rush. They are one of the best defenses in the entire nation because of their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to do a much better job tonight protecting their guy, or they've got no shot.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Looking to throw, it's King. Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Coming after it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Notre Dame right back to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's open on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything, right? We trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewitt.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Offense in the hurry up. Looking for a man. It's Leonard. They're bringing heat. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And another huge play in the passing game. Shades of Golden Tate or Will Fuller. That yards per catch can be off the charts.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that can go deep and make huge plays. I tell you what, this Notre Dame offense could be so great. If you continue to find that guy and he keeps putting up big numbers, everything else for this offense will open up and it will be so easy.
They're going to throw it again. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Makes the catch. It's Boyd. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. They'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Trying to get behind the defense. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Comes out throwing on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Irish generating heat from the linebacker position. A Mike Stonebreaker, Manti Te'o type play.
And when you can get linebackers that can get after the quarterback, that can be a force on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, get in the quarterback's face, make his life heck, really nice job by the linebacker there.
Back to throw, it's King. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Soft spot in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the red zone, looking for a space. Forced out of the pocket. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long and you know it's passing situations, man, Katie bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you cause the fumble. Great 3rd down execution by this defense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got it in the middle, it's Evans. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Offense lining up quickly.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Gumby.
From the gun, running back on the move.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Got a man, it's Thomas.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Got it in the middle, it's Collins. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. It's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone twice. And he's got it! Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Hand off from the shotgun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He's got great speed. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. 1st down here for the offense. He leaves it with his back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Notre Dame right back to the line. Now they'll run the draw. Oh, he left him grabbing. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Use the play fake, now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. To the air, it's Leonard. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up by 18 over Baylor.
Going up top on 1st down.
We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Finds his man. It's Boyd. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Now the play fake. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front 7. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it down the left side. The expressway is wide open. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Scanning the field, it's Leonard. He rifles one deep to the left. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Running it back, it's Boyd. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Boyd. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone, it's Young. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tommy.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man,
And he breaks into the open. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Irish.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Boyd. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. And that pass intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Evans. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Leonard. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. From the gun, the ground game. Nice move to stay on his feet. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Looking for a block, it's Young. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. He lofts one down the sideline. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Leonard. Gets it out fast. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. Inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over TCU. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's King. Throws to the wideout. And he's looking to the sideline. It's incomplete. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Dialing up a second down pass play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time, he lined up all the way to the left side, and he was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. To throw, it's King. Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here come the Irish back on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He'll keep it himself. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Back to pass, it's King. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Fair catch was called for, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to sort it out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Trying play action. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unleashes one. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry up.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. He's looking for a man on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. It's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll give it to the back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Finds a man on the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. On the move, it's Locke. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Bulldozes his way through. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Florida is just getting dragged through the swamp today. And this fan base, who's so used to doing that gator chomp, they're making other gestures today. They're trailing by 24 to Kentucky. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Quarterback gets sacked at his own 2-yard line. Give the defense a ton of credit. They were going for the safety, and they almost got it. Great effort up front by the D.
Big first down sack for the defense brings up second down. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Caught behind the line. It's Collins. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. This offense has a second down play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He finds his man. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They feed him again. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll try to pop the draw. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air. It's Leonard. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he's dragged down. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, at this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose.
Touchdown, Irish! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Quickly to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's got the back in the middle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. He'll just keep slinging it. And here's the third interception of the night. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lane. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Get it out on the screen. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Now on first down from the 28. He's going to pass. Back open in the middle.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Caught near the sticks. It's Lane. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's King. This time he's got him. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. He wants to throw. A strike downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Coming after him. Unleashes one deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Handoff to the single running back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.